What if the very thing holding you back in English isn't your vocabulary, but your voice? Welcome. This isn't another English lesson. This is a different kind of conversation. It's about the sound of your voice when you speak. You can read English. You can understand it. But when you open your mouth to speak, what happens? Do people lean in? Do they truly hear you? Or do their eyes drift away? Let's be completely honest. If your speech lacks power, you can miss out on so much. It doesn't matter if your grammar is flawless. People don't just process words, they respond to conviction. They feel your energy. They listen for your belief. Today, I'm giving you 5 methods to transform how you speak, to make others stop, focus, and value what you say, even if your English is straightforward, even if you're naturally quiet, even if fluent speech has always felt out of reach. Pay close attention. Influential English isn't about perfect rules. It's about your impact. It's about your cadence. It's about owning your space. And that is precisely what we will unlock together. No dry lectures, no abstract concepts, only actionable, potent techniques that deliver results. For every person, in every situation, across the globe. This is not merely a language tutorial. This is your personal upgrade in spoken English. Listen closely. Pause when you need. Let each idea settle. If you're ready to command attention when you speak English, subscribe to Winds of Thought. This is where language meets inner strength, where clarity meets influence, where your voice finds its true sound. Let's start. Method 1. The strength in stillness. We begin with a tool you were never taught in a classroom, a technique no course mentioned. The world's most compelling communicators, in any language, all harness this single force. Quiet. Yes, quiet. Fluency isn't measured by your speed. It's measured by your command of your sound and your pauses. Consider this. A person of influence enters a space. They don't immediately talk. They wait. They observe. They command the atmosphere with their composure. That wait, that instant of quiet, draws people in. It makes them attentive. It builds anticipation, interest, and authority. Now, consider the alternative. Have you heard someone talk like this? Hi, so I'm here, and I just wanted to mention this thing because I thought we could, perhaps. Rushed. No breaks, no precision. It's exhausting to follow, isn't it? That's because they never allow the listener's mind to process. They hurry. They feel anxious. They speak to avoid the quiet. But influential speakers, they speak to master the quiet. So, how do you use this strength? Train yourself to do this. Inhale before you begin. Don't be hasty. Before your first syllable, take a steady breath. Feel your lungs fill. Feel your posture stabilize. Then, speak. This single breath will calm your thoughts and steady your tone. Imagine stating, I have a point to share. Pause. Your attention. Please. Pause. Leave space between your thoughts. Many new speakers sound like this. I went to the store and got bread, and then I met a colleague, and then we had lunch. It's a sprint without direction. Instead, say, I went to the store. Pause. I bought some bread. Pause. I met a colleague. Pause. We had lunch. Pause. The information is identical, but it sounds like someone who is in charge. It sounds like someone who speaks with precision, not disorder. Pause after. Meaningful words. Words like, I felt unsure. Pause. But I took the step. Pause. And that altered my path. Pause. When you pause after feeling, your listener experiences that feeling. In that brief silence, your words resonate deeper. Your silence speaks before your words do. Remember, a pause is not a void. A pause is an instrument. Use it to create anticipation. Add weight. Decelerate the listener's mind. Project more assurance. Give substance to your English. Most beginners worry, if I pause, they'll think I'm lost. The reality is, if you pause, they believe. You are composed. You don't require complex grammar. You need the bravery to be still. Stand before a mirror. Speak these lines and pause after each one. I have something to express. Pause. Please listen. Pause. This is significant to me. Pause. And it could impact you. Pause. Do this 5 times daily, deliberately, with intent. Let the quiet amplify your presence. Think of speakers like Michelle Obama. She speaks deliberately. She uses quiet as a strategy. She allows each thought to land. She doesn't hurry to fill the space. She claims it. You can do this too, even with fundamental English. Even with a limited vocabulary, quiet can magnify your impact. Quiet is your first tool. Pause before you start. Pause between thoughts. Pause after feeling. Don't fear the quiet. Practice daily with mirror work. Master quiet equals master fluency. If you talk rapidly, people register syllables. But if you pause, people absorb significance. If you become skilled with quiet, even elementary English will carry depth, and your voice will become memorable. Method 2. The tone of conviction. You can use impeccable English. You can employ sophisticated terms. But if your tone is faint, people will not engage. And conversely, you can use plain, simple English. But if your tone is steady, resonant, and distinct, people will hang on your every word. Why do many learners stumble? They often make this error. They speak too quietly. They speak too rapidly. They speak as if they doubt their own statements. They use language like, I suppose perhaps, sorry, but I just thought, is it okay if I say something? Maybe? This signals low confidence, even with correct grammar. So, people dismiss them. Because if you aren't convinced by your own words, why should anyone else be? What is the tone of conviction? It means your tone is composed. Your tone is measured. Your tone has feeling. Your tone sounds certain. It's the tone that states, I stand by what I'm saying, and I mean it, even if it's just a handful of words, even if your grammar is simple. This kind of tone makes people stop, notice, and listen. Let's contrast. Uncertain tone. I think we can possibly attempt this, if that's all right with you. Convicted tone. Let's attempt this. I am confident it's the correct path. Both phrases are basic, but one sounds like a guide. The other sounds hesitant. If you want to speak English that earns respect, you must learn to speak with certainty. How to develop the tone of conviction. Speak slowly, then even slower. Fluency is not velocity. Power resides in deliberation. When you speak fast, people perceive sound. When you speak slowly, people perceive meaning. Common error. Hi, how are you? I'm okay. I needed to discuss a matter. Improved. Hi, how are you? Pause. I'm okay. Pause. I needed to discuss something significant. Condition yourself to decelerate. It feels unusual initially, but it makes your tone seem thoughtful and firm. Add emotional depth to your words. Don't recite like a robot. Speak like a person. Don't say, "This is an acceptable plan." Say, "This is an excellent plan." Use inflection and sentiment. Don't say, "I have faith in myself." Say, "I truly believe in myself." Lengthen the meaningful word. Practice emotional expression with phrases like, "This is vital." "It matters to me." "I feel capable today." This is the reality. Each word should feel like it comes from your core, not your study. Notes. Eliminate all hesitant language from your speech. Remove phrases like, "I guess maybe." "Just my 2 cents." "If it's not a problem, may I speak?" These are approval-requesting phrases. They tell others you are doubtful. They minimize your voice. Instead, use decisive starters like, "My perspective is," "Let's test this," "This is my view," "I concur," and "This is the reason." "I see it differently," with respect. Even in basic English, these phrases sound assertive. Lower your pitch a little. Most individuals raise their tone when anxious. "I wanted to mention something" sounds hesitant. Instead, try softening your pitch slightly. "I wanted to mention something." Composed, firm. Practice stating, "This is crucial. We should discuss." "That doesn't sit well with me." Speak from your diaphragm, not your head. Feel the resonance in your chest. That's where authority originates. Say these lines aloud slowly. "I have a crucial point to share." Pause. "I trust in my voice." Pause. "I am learning to speak with power." Pause. "My English is plain, but my intention is strong." Pause. Repeat these 5 times. In front of a mirror, internalize the words. Don't just utter them. Embody them. Imagine you're in a discussion. You need to say, "I have a different view." Many learners say, I think maybe that's not correct." Try this instead. "I see your position." Pause. "But I have a different perspective." Pause. "Here is how I see it." Now your words seem clear, direct, fluent, even with simple English. That's the tone of conviction. So, reduce your pace. Infuse emotion and vitality. Delete weak language. Soften your tone a bit. Speak as if you trust your own words. Train with practical examples. Recite your key phrases daily. Don't speak English to seem clever. Speak English to seem certain, because people don't listen for your syntax. They listen for your assurance. And assurance isn't perfect English. It's a firm voice behind plain words. The moment you shift your tone, you shift how the world hears you. Method 3. Apply concise, potent phrasing. Let me share something most English learners never discover. Potent English is brief, not lengthy, not intricate, not ornate, just brief and clear and direct. Because real fluency isn't about seeming intelligent. It's about seeming forceful. If your sentence is overly long, if your words are excessive, if your grammar is overly complicated, then people stop paying attention. They become fatigued. They become puzzled. They disengage. But when you use short sentences, you sound self-assured. You sound concentrated. You sound like you understand exactly what you mean. That's what people pay attention to. Here's what many learners mistake for fluency. They think, to sound fluent, I must use long sentences. I must use impressive words. I must use advanced structures like expert speakers. So they express things like, based on my individual analysis of the present situation, I genuinely feel it could be feasible to investigate other options assuming we have the time. And what happens? It seems unnatural. It seems rehearsed. It seems like you're straining. Now, compare that to, I have a thought. Let's test a new approach. I am sure this will work. We can solve this. Which version feels more authentic? The concise one. Because it's genuine. It's uncluttered. It's straightforward. It's confident. Consider your favorite orators, performers, or presenters. They don't use elaborate language. They use strong, concise sentences that hit with force. Examples. I support this. We should proceed. You are important. This is incorrect. We require change. That's sufficient. Let's advance. I understand you. I get it. Let's start. These are simple English phrases, but delivered correctly, they carry immense emotional force. This is what you must learn. Let's analyze it into 5 potent components. Think in brief concepts. Fluent speakers don't think in long passages. They think in brief concepts. Instead of, I went to the market to purchase some fruit and veggies because I had to make lunch, and then I encountered my friend. Separated into, I went to the market. I bought fruit and vegetables. I needed to make lunch. I saw my friend. This sounds clean, confident, fluent. Each line is one concept, one impact, one clear message. Train your brain to think this way. Cut filler words. Poor. Actually, maybe I was just sort of thinking that it could potentially be a good idea to possibly try this. Good. Let's test this. Poor. I'm not totally sure, but I suppose I was somewhat thinking that we could potentially consider. Good. We could consider it. All those extra words are like clutter in a room. They steal the force from your message. Your role as a speaker. Remove them. Purify them. Make your point sharp. Conclude your thoughts early. With force, most learners don't know when to stop. They continue talking. They continue adding. They continue clarifying. And then they lose the audience. Here's a secret. The sooner you finish your sentence, the more potent it becomes. Poor. So I was just kind of wondering if maybe you'd be interested in going for a coffee or something if you're free. Good. Would you like to get coffee? Poor. I just wanted to speak with you about a notion I had because I truly value your opinion and I hope it's acceptable. Good. Can we talk? I value you. It's significant. Conclude. Strong. Conclude early. Conclude with clarity. Practice micro phrases for everyday use. Here are brief, potent sentences you can practice each day. For agreement. Yes, I agree. You're correct. Absolutely. For disagreement. I see it differently. Let's attempt another way. Here's an alternative. To share a view. I feel this is superior. I believe this will assist. This is my decision. To convey emotion. I feel anxious. I'm enthusiastic. This brings me joy. That was painful. These aren't beginner phrases. They are leader phrases because they're truthful, clean, and real. Practice them daily. Use 3 to 4 word power combinations. Let me offer some power pairs you can learn and use anytime. Let's make it happen. I support you. This seems right. I don't have the answer. That isn't just. We must progress. I require assistance. I'm paying attention. I have faith in you. It's my moment. Each of these takes seconds to say, but they carry emotional weight. Use them. Feel them. Speak them. They'll make your English feel authentic, emotional, and powerful. Stand before the mirror. Look at yourself and state these aloud with emotion, slowly. I speak with clarity. My English is simple but potent. I don't need complex words. I need genuine words. I speak in brief concepts. I sound like I stand behind every word. Repeat them 10 times. Feel the power of concise speech. Let your voice learn the beauty of simplicity. Imagine someone asks, "What's your view on the proposal?" You could say, "Well, I think it's all right, but also kind of, I'm not sure, like maybe we could adjust some parts or not." Or you could say, "I like the core, but it needs refinements. Let's improve it." Brief, clear, fluent, confident. This is how potent English sounds. Not because it's advanced, but because it's clean, simple, strong. Apply concise, potent phrasing. Don't try to seem intelligent. Try to seem lucid. Break your ideas into brief concepts. Remove filler words. End your thought early, not late. Practice real-world powerful expressions. Say less, but say it with conviction. Use emotional inflection to give your words gravity. People don't listen to long monologues. They listen to short sentences that feel like truth. If you want people to listen, remember this. You don't need superior grammar. You need superior phrasing. Simple, short, strong. That's the secret to fluency. That's the secret to confidence. That's the secret to speaking English that people always remember. Method 4. Visual connection plus physical presence. When you speak English, people don't only hear your words, they see your expression. They notice your gestures. They interpret your posture. And if your physical presence is anxious, your words lose their force, even with perfect English. But if your physical presence is calm, open, self-assured, people experience your words, even with simple English. That's why you must learn this. Fluent English doesn't only come from your lips, it comes from your entire being. And now, we'll train that being to project confidence, clarity, and power. Why many English learners find it difficult? Most novices focus only on grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation, but they neglect their body. So they look down while talking, keep hands concealed or in pockets, fiddle with items or clothing, cross arms defensively, shift excessively or too little, appear frightened or uncertain, smile excessively or not at all. Avoid looking at people directly. This makes them seem unconfident, uncomfortable, and weak, even when their language is good. And when you seem weak, people stop listening. What strong speakers do differently, great communicators, even in English, use their physique to send a message. Their shoulders are at ease. Their gaze is steady and kind. Their head is held high. Their hands gesture with intention. Their stance is stable and solid. Their voice and body are in harmony. They don't speak with fear. They speak with presence, even before a word is spoken. Their body says, I am here. I have a place. And I believe in my message. You can learn this too. Let's break it down. Step by step, visual connection, the core of rapport. Your eyes are your strength. When you speak, look into the eyes of your listener. If you're on video, look into the camera lens. If you're with people, look at one person at a time, then gently move to another. Why? Because visual connection does three things. 1. Establishes trust. 2. Demonstrates confidence. 3. Forges an emotional bond. Speak facing a mirror. Look straight into your own eyes. Practice 5 to 10 English phrases every day while maintaining steady eye contact. Don't glance away, up, or down. Remain focused, calm, confident. Here are practice lines. I trust in my voice. I have a significant point to make. I am prepared to speak English and be understood. Say these slowly, with feeling, while looking directly at yourself. This rebuilds your self-belief. Shoulders open, chest out, not closed. How you hold your shoulders can change how people receive your words. If your shoulders are tense, hunched, or forward, it sends a signal. I'm nervous. I'm not prepared. I'm insignificant. But if your shoulders are down, open, and relaxed, it tells people, I'm calm. I'm here. I'm in command. Common mistake. Shoulders move excessively. Shoulders slump forward in apprehension. Head drops. Train. This, pull your shoulders back. Present your chest slightly. Keep your head level. Speak slowly with deep breaths. Let your body feel powerful, not rigid. Speak like this every day. Your English will automatically start sounding more fluent. Use your hands, but with purpose. Hand movement isn't accessory, it's communication. Strong speakers use their hands to highlight a point, show clarity, establish rhythm, add vitality, aid memory. But beginners either conceal their hands, gesture too much, touch their face repeatedly, fidget or play with objects. This sends the wrong message. Train. This, keep your hands relaxed at your sides when silent. Use them slowly and deliberately when emphasizing. Example gestures. Open hands equals transparency. One hand gesturing equals focus. Hands near chest equals sincerity. Practice speaking with phrases like, "This is vital." Move hand forward. "This affects me." Hand on heart. We can evolve. Open palm toward the listener. Stand before a mirror. Observe your hands. Don't let them flutter uncontrollably. Command your hands equals command your fluency. Stand firm. Don't sway when you speak. Movement is useful, but excess equals distraction. Many beginners shift their weight constantly, sway side to side, rock back and forth, tap a foot anxiously. It makes them look nervous and unsteady. Powerful speakers. They stand like a mountain, feet planted, body calm, voice firm. Train. This, when you speak, keep your feet steady. Imagine anchors holding you to the floor. Move only when it enhances your message. Example. Want to shift topics? Take a single step. Want to add intensity? Use a single gesture. Otherwise, remain grounded. Stillness equals authority. Facial expressions. Communicate with your face. Your expression must align with your message. Saying, "I'm pleased with a flat face" equals mixed signals. Saying, "This matters" with an empty face equals no effect. Train your face to mirror your feelings, especially when speaking English. Here's how. Smile softly when sharing positive news. Show gravity when discussing challenges. Let your eyebrows lift when surprised. Nod gently to show understanding. Look in the mirror and say, "This means a great deal to me." Warm eyes. Open expression. "That was difficult for Gated. Me." Serious, measured tone. "I'm eager to begin." Slight smile. Life in your face. Practice this daily. Your face is your second voice. Every day, do this before a mirror or camera. Stand straight. Pull your shoulders back. Place your feet flat and still. Look into your own eyes. Say 5 simple English sentences with full command of your tone, gaze, hands, and posture. Practice sentences. My English improves daily. I speak with assurance and sincerity. People listen to my words and remember them. I am not scared to be visible. I use my whole self to speak English powerfully. Do this every day and watch your fluency soar. Imagine you enter a meeting. You take a seat. You say, "Thank you for this opportunity. I'm glad to be here. Let me introduce myself." Now imagine saying that while looking away, hiding your hands, speaking quickly, shoulders tense, expression blank. Even with perfect grammar, you will be overlooked. But say the same lines while sitting tall, looking into their eyes, speaking measuredly, using calm gestures, smiling slightly, even with basic English. You will be remembered. That's the difference physical presence makes. Method 5. Share stories, not just statements. Statements are easily forgotten, but stories stick with you. Statements are reasoning. Stories are feeling. Statements engage the mind. Stories engage the heart. If you want to speak English that touches people, don't just relay data. Provide an experience. And that happens through narrative. Here's what many English learners do. They remember word lists. They drill grammar rules. They compile long catalogs of expressions. And then they speak like this. Last week I visited the park. I walked. I returned home. I practiced English. I felt sleepy. Yes, the language is accurate. But where is the feeling? Where is the imagery? Where is the connection? It's flat, mechanical, and nobody recalls it. Now, let's express the same idea with storytelling. Last week, I went to the park. The sun was setting. I forgot my jacket. I walked quickly, feeling the chill, and watched the colors in the sky. Then I came home, made a warm drink, and opened my book. A story is a door to someone else's world. You now have 5 powerful methods. This is your moment. Your voice in English is about to change. If you found this valuable, show your support. Please like this video and subscribe to the Winds of Thought channel for more insights that transform your communication. Thank you for watching.